on, guys? Welcome to an episode of Truth Be Told. I'm one of your hosts, Brian. I have my other host, David Taylor, here, and we have great guests today. We have a great amount of guests today, and I'm looking forward to this conversation. Our conversation discussion topic will be about toys in the 90s. As you can see, one of the videos, we have a nice little display of 90s toys up there. It's perfect. Thank you, Ms. Leyland. So we're gonna be talking about that. I'm gonna end up passing stuff on. I'm gonna pass the conversation off to Miss Aurelia. She's gonna go ahead and give us our toys and her toy and why that impacted her and how that impacted the culture. But I'm just gonna go ahead and let everybody here know, all your toys won't matter because I did pick the best one.
Oh, no, he didn't!
So I look forward to hearing what you all have to say, but just understand that it's not going to make a difference because my toy's better. So Aurelia, I'm going to go ahead and let you go first.
We'll see about that. So my name is Aurelia. I work at the Reston Teen Center, and my toy is actually Tamagotchi. Those came out in 1997. Those came to the U.S. They're originally a Japanese toy. And for me, that was super influential. I didn't have a cell phone or anything at the time. We had one computer in our house that was dial up, and this was like a way to feel connected without having a computer. It got to the point where I had like 2 Tamagotchis, a Nano Pet. I used to wear them around my neck to school. Oh, wow. And I would take bathroom breaks so I could like feed them and like make sure you nurture them, because if you don't take care of them, they would die right away. So you had to take them to school. So my parents got called many times because I kept getting in trouble with bringing these to school. But I feel like it's led the way for like cell phone games and a lot of like online gaming, and also learning how like to take care of something. And as David might want to say, I did have a dog growing up, so I did know how to take care of an animal.
Real quick, how many of y'all had Tamagotchis or something like it? Like I remember like the Pocket Pikachu, that little thing. I had one of those.
I had
didn't have a
Tamagotchi.
Yep. So yeah, that really did lead the way. And I mean, I did lose a couple of them because I had 2 different Pocket Pikachus, because those things definitely, you try to be cool and put it on your belt loop, whatever, put it on your belt so it shows, and then it pops off your belt and it's gone for the rest of your life. So that's
right.
Tamagotchi's a good one. I didn't even think that's a good one. Anybody got something to say about Tamagotchi? Like she got us with that Japanese toy.
Mr. David?
I like Tamagotchi. I used to have a Tamagotchi. I just,
Were you 20?
Those were the first.
Whoa.
Hey, so Aurelia, are you passing it on to me now?
Yeah, I think I'm passing it on to you. Let's see what you got.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Thank you all for letting me be a part of this, and thank you all for being a part of this. I think one of my favorite toys, it was between Ninja Turtles or Play-Doh. And I'm not going to lie, I chose Play-Doh. The reason why I chose Play-Doh, because I thought Play-Doh, it was a toy I felt like everybody played with. I mean, it had no restrictions. You can do anything with Play-Doh. Play-Doh really started out as a type of material like for erasing like coal and stuff off boards. And then originally, they made it into some type of toy. They started using color dye and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It was great information because there's so much I can give y'all. But to stick to why I think it's the best toy is because different colors. It's just girls and boys. And then also my favorite thing that I later found out, it's edible.
What?
What?
Oh, no.
5 fingers of salt.
This is a public service announcement. Play-Doh is not edible.
Yes, please.
No.
Do not eat Play-Doh,
no
kid.
matter what the smell.
It says it on the box.
Yo, calm down.
We need to hear this explanation.
I was like I said, I was like 5, then 8, then all right. I had a couple of bites of it.
What?
But again, it was a toy that you could be creative on all levels. You can make I had Ninja Turtles. I tried to make Play-Doh out of Ninja Turtles. I made necklaces. I made rings. I made flowers. I did everything. And you know, it was a universal toy, you know.
Like the ring on your finger?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
David, did you use would you use your Play-Doh to actually like make a case for your Tamagotchi? You guys kind of put them together.
Oh!
Actually,
No, he probably used it. He probably used it to feed it.
yo,
No. Yeah.
can say everybody played with Play-Doh. Nobody.
sorry?
Everybody didn't eat
Yes.
Play-Doh.
Don't eat it.
True.
We didn't eat it though.
Hopefully.
A brother had to eat. A brother had to eat.
Brother had to eat.
Yo,
But-
I
What was your
know
favorite
that.
Play-Doh delicacy?
Yo, but,
No, yeah, I can
That's
do that.
too
Yeah.
funny.
but I'm pretty sure each one of y'all tasted it. That's all I gotta say.
Licked it.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I tasted Play-Doh. I'm not gonna lie to you,
Thank
David. I
you.
tasted
I did.
Play-Doh.
Thank you.
I tasted Play-Doh, but I was not 5, and I didn't try to get it 8. I didn't try to get it 10. I didn't try to get it 11. I had it one time, like, no.
You know, that was one of my favorite things growing up, and I felt like I could
Good
share
one.
anybody and everybody. And you know, and I'm gonna be honest with you. At the time, you know, like I said, we didn't have a lot of money. Play-Doh was cheap. You could get it from school. You can get it from anywhere. And, you know, you could even try to make it at home. I'm going to pass it on to Miss Salee. What was your favorite toy?
My name is Laylan Salih, and I work at David Arkin Community
Me?
Center. My favorite toy that I played when I was young was Beanie Babies. I think it came around 1993, and it wasn't just us to just buy it and play with it, but I think when time went on, it became more like a financial investment. Now it's definitely, what is that word I'm looking for? A collectibles item. But what I liked about it, it just came with different, animals. It was tiny. We played with it. We probably threw at each other, but it also came on a keychain. I probably had maybe 3 or 4 of them on my backpacks, and we used to just, show it off to our friends. So that was my top choice for Beanie Babies.
Did you walk it around on a leash?
David, no.
Laylan, did you ever collect the McDonald's Beanie Babies?
Yep, McDonald's had. I was about to ask that question. They did.
Yeah. Did you ever get those? Collect them?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely had a few of them. I had some of my friends that they literally had over 50 Beanie Babies, and they would just collect.
Dang.
Yeah, I mean,
I was telling Miss Laylan the other day, my mom collects them. She's got like 250 Beanie Babies with the tag still on them.
That's just like my dad. I don't think he has quite 250, but he has a whole bunch. I would say it's close to about 50 of them with the tags still on.
Right.
Pickle Me Elmo, all that stuff. Like,
Guys, cash
Right, they were
out.
super popular.
Yeah.
They were popular.
The ones I used to collect were the Lisa Frank Beanie Babies that came out.
Oh,
yep.
yeah.
They had like a
I remember
special,
those too.
yeah.
didn't they have one
That's
that you
awesome.
could color and stuff too? Like they had like the all white ones, and then you could like color them in or something like that. I thought
Yeah. They were
Yeah.
heat
Wait,
changing. You
they
like
had
put them
Beanie
in your
Babies too, you
hands,
could color?
and they would change colors.
Yep. They
Mhm.
had.
Really?
Like they were
Yeah.
like heat sensitive ones that you it's a white one and you put it in your hands, and then when you move your hands, they're like rainbow color.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
I never knew
Baby
that.
one. That was a good one, Laylan. Who you gonna pass off on to?
I will pass it on to Jamal.
I'm excited.
What's going on? My name is Mr. Jamal. I work as the assistant director of the Penn Community Center in Fairfax. So the most influential toy to me, I was bouncing between a couple. My second choice was going to be the Sega game system. I'm a big video game guy, so that was the first game system I ever got, which was a big game changer. But I think the one that I settled on was definitely probably the most impactful for the youth of the 90s. Growing up, I used to grow up in a small little pool in our backyard, one of the blow-up pools, and I always had the single squirt gun, and it was always literally would run out in 5 seconds. You had to put it back underwater, fill it back up, and then like just little spurts into people's face. It was so not fun. Until like around like 97, I say, I got my first pump action super soaker. And that was the game changer. My cousin had got it the year before, and I still had my little single shot pistol. And then he came out with this pump action, full blast water gun. It was just, he was dogging me all summer. So that next year, I begged for one from my mom. And then that year, I think I was like probably 6. I got my first one, and like I said, that was a game changer. I was terrorizing parents the rest of the summers. And now the super soakers they have today are crazy. The new generation super soakers are some of the most unbelievable water guns I've ever seen.
Do you have one?
They're fully automatic.
I don't have. They are fully automatic, and you can put different water clips in them and stuff.
Yep, they have.
You can fill the clip up and put the new clip in it. It's pretty cool.
Hey,
don't have one.
Hey, Jamal, my son has 3 barrels on his water gun. 3 barrels.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy. That's wild.
It has like a drum. So you fill it up with a drum, then you just plug that in, AA batteries in it, and you just hold the trigger down. Like that's water guns are crazy nowadays.
That took summer. It definitely took summer fun to the next level for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like I remember Super Soaker.
You were one of the cool kids in the neighborhood.
Yep.
Right. I was always trying to be the cops and robbers, running around with the super soaker.
Taking everybody out. Everybody's going to jail.
You got the best gun. You know what I mean? Everybody go.
Right.
Hey, until you get to that one kid that didn't have anything, and so he'd use a water hose.
Oh, yeah.
One kid.
Right.
That is true.
That was me. That was me before I got the super soaker. I just kept the water hose.
I do
You
remember
already
that.
know.
Yeah.
The water hose is superior to anything.
Exactly.
But just go make sure you don't
But
run
during
behind
the
the house.
summer, the water was very hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, until you run to the edge of the house and you can't go no further.
Yep.
And then you're just stuck at that water distance. You can't go get no more distance.
That's when people used to stay across the street with water balloons and just throw them at the person. Oh man, those were good times back in the day. That was definitely a nostalgic moment, man. You brought up a real nostalgic moment, Jamal.
Nice. Definitely the toy.
I think we should all get one this summer.
Hey, that might be the challenge.
Yes, and do a video on it.
What a great way to social distance.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, that would be perfect.
That would be.
Back 6 feet up. More like 30 feet.
David, I'm gonna have to borrow your kids' water gun now.
Yeah.
Pass mine over to Miss Anna.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jamal.
Jamal,
Thank you, Jamal. Okay. How do I follow up on that? So, I'm Miss Anna. I'm from the Providence Community Center, and my choice of toy was the Easy Bake Oven. The Easy Bake Oven, I don't even know. To this day, it was just I don't cook now, but back then you cannot get me away from the Easy Bake Oven.
Hey, those brownies hit different. Easy baked brownies hit different.
Oh, those are like fire, bro.
Now,
even
though, yes. But that's the thing. So as a kid, you would get the kit, and it will bring a powder that almost smelled like Play-Doh, and you will have to mix it in with water. Unlike Play-Doh, you could actually eat what you would cook or bake.
Let the Play-Doh go.
Should have let the Play-Doh go when you brought it up. Anyway.
And it brought the chocolate syrup. It brought the sprinkles.
Yeah.
But if I ever try to use the sprinkles, if I went to a store and just bought sprinkles, if I ran out, it would not be the same. And you had to use what came with the kit. Don't know why, but yeah. And I mean, now as an adult, now I realize that all it was a hot lamp, baking, warming up the powder. But I lived by it. I would make sugar cookies, chocolate chip cookies. I would try everything. I remember at one point, my mom, she uses the dough to make tortillas, and I try to, because I ran out of my dough, I try to use that dough and mix it in to stick into my Easy Bake Oven. It was not the same. Not the same result. No. The dough got hard. It got hard as if you left Play-Doh out in the sun.
Oh.
Yeah, it was not the same thing.
Hey, David, at least
and I'm sorry, the Play-Doh keeps coming back.
Anyway.
I think it
y'all gonna
reinforces
work up David's
can't eat
appetite. Keep
Play-Doh.
talking about Play-Doh.
Yes. So don't eat.
Jamal. All right, Anna. See what you did.
I think Gabriel's Play-Doh
I'm
is
so
everything
sorry.
except for the Super Soaker. You can't put Play-Doh in a Super Soaker. That's the only.
I should have stuck with Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
You should have.
Can you still
Yeah.
buy easy bake ovens now?
I think.
Actually, yeah, I think so, and I think they're
Probably so
definitely a
much
better
better now.
quality than mine. Yeah.
They're probably just like toaster ovens now for
I know.
kids.
No, actually, you can, because I bought my niece one, so she's 10 now. I bought one for her a couple years ago when she turned 7, and even then I was still amazed. Now it has 2 trays, so you could cook 2 items at once.
Oh,
You got
snap.
oven now? Cook a turkey
Yeah,
on the
back
bottom
to
and a
me,
beef
it
on
was
the
just-
top.
Oh, snap.
That's what's up.
Moving on up.
Yeah. So
That's a
they're
good one,
definitely
Anna.
Upgraded, yeah.
So Anna, a question for you. So what
Me.
happened? Like once it, I mean, did it break? Did you wind up getting a new one?
Oh, I thought you was talking about your cooking skills.
Oh,
I thought he was.
I was gonna ask her,
Yeah,
are you
I
a
thought
better
you-
baker now?
That's what it's about.
oh. I think
Nah.
the Easy Bake Oven did the opposite for me, because I don't cook. If you give me a recipe, I'll follow it and whatnot. But
She
Yeah.
like the Easy Bake Oven live. This ain't easy.
He's traumatized her for life.
yeah, yes, yes.
Again,
They
I'm
made it
sorry.
so
You,
easy.
you should write them a complaint.
I should, because they made it so easy. And then if you try to get an older adult to try to teach you how to cook, somebody who already knows how to cook, they're like, oh, just add a sprinkle of this, just add a piece of that, and I'm just
Yes.
like, oh no, what's the measurements? Like, what do you mean?
Oh yeah.
And
Sprinkle.
yeah,
actually turning the oven
Yeah.
on to a temperature instead of just hitting on to turn the light on.
Hey, that's a good one, Anna. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
That's good.
all right. So with that one, I will turn it on to Mr. Gerald.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Mr. Gerald. I'm assistant director at Wrestling Team Center. And I think I got an advantage because I have my toys here with me.
Oh.
Oh Lord Jesus. Oh Lord Jesus.
We go. We got
Oh my goodness.
That looks like
I'm doing an example. We got slug of steak here. Boom, he opens up.
Oh,
I mean, he
man.
got the big biceps.
Oh, look at
Oh, they fold in.
You
Oh.
know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Transformers for the Transformers. Then you got Oscar the sandwich right here.
Oh
Boom,
my
opens it up too.
goodness.
With the
Oh.
Transformer noise.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, talk about eating Play-Doh, man. We out here eating.
Yo.
Oh, man.
But,
Wow.
Yo, hey,
But
open
no,
the
these,
steak back up. Open the steak one back up.
I got you.
He said,
Biceps.
You about to put the biceps on you, the triceps, the whole concept. Whoa, you know what I'm saying? We here.
Funny thing,
That
Prime.
is too funny.
yo, and the funny thing, you said before Transformers.
No, you can call him Optimus Prime Rib right there.
He got that from a McDonald's Happy Meal.
Exactly. See, that's right. You know what I'm saying? For the culture, like, now McDonald's is everywhere. It's huge. But back then, this is 1993. You only went to McDonald's when your family gave you a reward. Like, it wasn't an everyday
Right.
thing.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? You had to make sure you got the collection. And, if you couldn't pick whatever toy you wanted. They get you random toys, so you either had to go and trade with your boys, trade with
Oh
your
no! I'd be like, hey, let me get the other one. I'd give it back to him. Be like, let me get the other one. I already got it.
Yeah, you can do that now.
Hey,
They
you
had
can do that now. But when you ain't driving the car, your mom's like, you ain't going back for no toy. Like, so, it is what it is. You might end up with a duplicate, you super sad. But,
yeah, right.
yeah,
I
you know.
still
Are you
have
collecting those? Yeah, why do you still have them? Are you collecting them?
Yo, get him, man.
I'm not collecting them, but this is how big this was, how influential this was in my
Or
life.
that you buy them for this?
No.
Oh, he tried it.
I did not buy them for this. I may have taken them from somebody.
His daughter's
From
McDonald's.
his daughter.
Hey,
Another
that
PSA.
was my daughter's age.
Don't
when
steal
this-
from kids, y'all.
Like, hey, I'm out here transforming while y'all
Hey.
can cook.
Oh,
Oh,
That's a good one. I feel like everyone can relate to the McDonald's Happy Meals toys. Like everyone got so excited.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
especially when you could ask for a boy toy or a girl toy.
A girl's toy, yeah.
I feel like the quality was
Yeah.
better back then.
Oh, the quality.
but remember
of
back
way
then
better
it
back
was the kids meal and the mighty meal. So there was a
The Mighty
yeah.
Meal. The Mighty Meal used to come with a little NASCAR. Like they
What?
came with like the official. It came with the official like car. I forget what they're like. Are they Hot Wheels?
Wheels?
Hot Wheels. Yep.
They came with
Oh,
Hot
okay,
Wheels.
Hot Wheels.
They
Yeah.
were Hot Wheels
Yeah.
NASCARs. Yep. They were Hot
Yep.
Wheels.
That's
NASCARs.
pretty cool.
Man,
Yeah.
man, y'all make me want to be a kid again. Shoot.
We're all gonna go to McDonald's and get a Happy Meal after this.
Yes, but now
Yes.
so many options. Like they give you, they ask,
Just hold that thing up the whole time.
Oh, hey, you can make that out of Play-Doh too.
Oh God.
Oh man. I thought this man was. I thought he was gonna ask. I thought he was gonna ask if Play-Doh came in Happy Meals.
Dip your fries in it.
He's like, can I
I
have a side of Play-Doh, please?
will never talk about Play-Doh again with y'all. Never.
Extra
Hey,
salt.
but, hey, Gerald, that is a real cool. I didn't know they had them open. I've never had one of those. That's really cool.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
I just
Yeah, I've
love the
never
fact
seen
you
that
brought
It
before.
was a good one.
That's
Yeah.
definitely iconic, not in just the 90s, but in any era. Like McDonald's toys, Happy Meals toys, those are iconic for kids anywhere, even to this day.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Across the
Brian,
country.
apparently the best goes for last.
I
Like you
guess
said.
so,
Uh-oh.
man. All right, let me go ahead and shut everything down real quick. Let me get my Wikipedia page now. Let me stop playing. Because my actual toy is near and dear to me, like big time, even to this day. I think I dressed up as this toy for Halloween for multiple trainings for NCS. I dressed up as this toy for Halloween for multiple years. But in 1993, I was in kindergarten, and one of the greatest shows in the history of youth television came over from Japan. They brought it to America, and Power Rangers was born.
Woo!
It's morphin' time.
Yes.
And look, I know every single one of you guys. All the girls wanted to be the Pink Ranger. All the boys wanted to be the Green Ranger or the Red.
Yellow.
Look,
Yes.
I received
Yellow?
the Yellow
Shout
Ranger.
out the Black Ranger.
Hey,
Shout
I
out
was
the Black Ranger.
Shoot, I was the Black Ranger too until that Green Ranger came in. I was like, nah, I got the Green Ranger.
Weren't they all the same? Didn't he also have a white
Yep.
Ranger?
Yes.
White
Yeah.
Ranger.
The same
Yes.
actor.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
White,
Same
yeah,
actor.
White came later.
An actor.
Yeah.
But everybody
he's
wanted to be the
still
Green Ranger
acting in
because
it.
he had a dagger, and he had a sword, and he had the Tiger Zord, and he had the Dragon Zord. He had everything.
And did the girl, right? He had the pink.
And he took the girl too. So with the whole
Yeah.
thing with the Green Ranger is, now I'm going into the show and not the toy, but the Green Ranger came in as a bad guy originally fighting the team. And then he ended up taking over the team as the leader, and he dated the girl too. So like the Green Ranger was just everywhere. All the kids wanted to be the Green Ranger at some point in
He
time.
was fire.
But
Who was
that's
the Red Ranger?
the Red Ranger,
Rocky.
Jason.
Jason was the Red
Okay.
Ranger.
Jason and then Rocky.
Yep, it was
Oh,
Jason
I don't
and
even
Rocky.
remember their names.
Yeah, I don't
But
remember
Davey
either.
actually had a class in Nova with the original Red Ranger.
I did.
Yep.
Oh, that's a fun
Oh,
fact.
That's so cool.
Austin.
Yo,
St.
and
John,
he's
that's
shaped like a piece of Play-Doh now.
Oh, here we
He
go.
actually
He's shaped like a piece of Play-Doh.
Brian, go ahead. I'll give it back to you, Brian. Go
No,
ahead.
you're good. I just had to throw that in there because but in 1993 they released the toys. They had to have multiple toy releases. That first release with the toys, they introduced something that was different from the world. Not the world, but in America, they didn't have these type of toys. So they had 8-inch toys, which are larger toys for kids, but they could move individual parts. They could move their joints. They could move their fingers. They could do stuff like that. That was different than the toys that most kids saw those days. So those toys became very, very popular. Now, the following year, in 1994, Christmas of 1994 was probably the craziest time for Power Rangers. That was the time when parents are fighting each other to get their kids' toys. They were standing in line for hours so they can get their kids' toys. They're fighting the cashiers to get their kids' toys. They had record number sales. They had the sales that were so big with those toys that they actually had to wait a few months just so they could release another, like a large amount of toys. those toys that were extremely popular with the Power Rangers were the ones that automatically morphed. So though everybody, they had the Power Rangers where you press a button and their heads flip. So what you got to see were the original faces of the actual Power Rangers. So you could see original Kimberly, you could see Zach,
Had
like
those.
that. Then you
They
hit
were
the button
so-
and they turn into the actual Power Ranger. That was different than any toy that America had seen. Those toys flew off the shelf. And I mean, I was a Power Ranger all throughout elementary school. I'm not even gonna lie. Even when I got to college, I was a Power Ranger for Halloween. When I started working for NCS, I was a Power Ranger for our trainings.
You came into Bailey's dressed up as a Power Ranger.
Suits? Were you wearing a one-piece spandex suit?
Yep, I have the green
Hey,
one, the white one,
Brian,
the red
let
one,
me
and
let
I
me
have-
know. I got the black and the red one.
There
Let
it
me know.
Yeah.
What?
Hey,
Yo,
my roommates and I were actually all of the Power Rangers this past Halloween. That's funny.
that's what's up.
And they're like the onesie suit, like the skin suit.
Ew.
Yeah. I was about to get the onesie. Does everybody remember like the Putty Patrol?
Coincidence.
Anybody remember the Putty Patrol, like the gray ones, the ones that look like?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Bad
yeah.
guys.
Get that spandex Putty Patrol suit for Halloween.
Yo, that's
Right,
crazy.
so that's Power Rangers has been a big influence. I mean, even to this day, it's on what, like season 21, season 22. You still have kids dressing up as Power Rangers
It's
nowadays.
like the Ninja Rangers now.
Yep, and they're going back to the original ones too. So
See
like,
the movies that
Wait.
came out?
you
You say they're ninjas?
Yep, they're ninjas. So they
Yeah,
have
it's like ninjas
Yeah,
now.
there's
Ninja
different.
Steel,
Yeah,
like Ninja Storm, something weird now. But they also have
There's
another
like-
one where they go back. They can use the powers from past Power Rangers. So they had episodes and stuff where you saw the original Power Rangers. But it's still, to this day, it's still a very popular show with kids. The toys are still pretty popular. The costumes, you still see kids everywhere wearing the new Power Rangers costumes. They even have a line of toys that are for the 1993 releases. They have a legacy line. To this day, I have a dragon dagger from the Green Ranger. To this day, I have
Life, bro.
To this
I
day.
have the Green Ranger, White Ranger costume, the Red Ranger costume. I have the Megazord costume. I have all this stuff from Power Rangers. Like, Power Rangers was a huge influence, and as you can see, it still has some type of impact today.
That boy got Ranger in his blood.
I'm blue. I'm the Blue Ranger today.
This was fun.
That was
was.
Yeah, this was really good.
Hey, Brian, do you want to?
Almost therapeutic.
yes,
was.
yes,
Right.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, with this being said, with this being said, everyone, thank you all for being a part of this. I think, knowing the different types of toys that we have discussed, that we've talked about, I think people can see how they've been influential in our lives and communities for other kids. And even as we grow and we pass it on to our kids. Thanks, Gerald, for the steak and sandwich, to have that example. Laylan, thank you for the Beanie Babies. Aurelia, thank you for the Tamagotchis. Brian, Rangers. Come on, Anna. We'll get collabo. Oven and plate.
Don't
Yes,
collab
I
with
got you, David.
And Jamal, Jamal, thank you again for what was
Super
it?
Soaker. That was the hit.
Come on now. Come on now.
No. Super Soaker. Super Soaker is.
I'm gonna come up in each of y'all center and show y'all how influential the Super Soaker was.
Okay, not if I morph and call my Megazord before you get here.
Everybody, thank you for the centers. Thank you for participating. Hopefully, y'all will spread the word, and then our teens and our older seniors will look at this and they want to be a part of even bigger conversations. So we represent.
Absolutely.
I think we did a great job.
Yeah.
We out.
That's fantastic.
Thank you
Thanks,
for
guys.
inviting me. This was fun.
Yeah, this was so much fun.
Bye.
Looking forward to doing it again.
We're gonna have another discussion
you.
soon.
Thank you.
Look forward to having.
Bye.
Awesome. Bye, guys.
Y'all
Have a
later.
great day.
And that wraps up this episode of Truth Be Told. Again, I want to thank the guests that came out. I want to thank David Taylor for helping me host everything. We really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Leave comments on what you all would like to see us discuss. Leave comments if you liked it. If you didn't like it, just leave comments. Thank you for tuning in. Look forward to seeing y'all later.